What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are about to head to the gym. It is leg day today. I figured, why not take y'all through a full workout with me? I'm feeling good. I'm caffeinated. I got my coffee in me. I'm fueled up now from this banana. I'm gonna go lose some weight. What's up, guys? We are here and we are about to hit a leg day. We're gonna get warmed up super quick, but I wanna talk through everything we're gonna do today before we get into it. We only have 5 movements to work through. We're gonna make sure we give really good high quality sets, really good intense sets. We don't need to do a ton of movements in a session. Literally 5 quality movements, and it's gonna be a good one here, okay? So the session that we're doing is gonna be straight out of Team Iconic's week. It's our Thursday leg day today. So you'll see it tells me exactly how long it's gonna take me to work through. Everything is programmed out and it's exactly what I'm about to follow. I'm gonna make like a little bit of a modification because I really wanna start with some hip thrust. So we're gonna switch things around, but other than that, everything is the same. So we have hip thrust to start off with, then deficit reverse lunge, Romanians, a sumo squat, and then some abduction work, and that will be it. Those type of simple structured workouts are going to be optimal for getting the most out of your session and actually getting good growth. So without chatting any longer, let's go ahead and get warmed up. Okay, we are warmed up and we are ready to start. So we're beginning with our hip thrust. This is going to be working our glutes in the shortened position. So if your main goal is glute growth, this is a great place to start. We're gonna do a warm-up set to build up, and then I'm gonna go just for like 4 sets of 10 to 12, trying to find a good sweet spot where the last few reps are really hard to lock out, but I'm able to keep solid form and I'm able to get my hips up every time. The main priority of a hip thrust to get the most out of it is that full lockout at the top, where your hips are fully up in line with your legs. That way our glutes are fully engaged. When people tend to go too heavy on hip thrusts, not able to get their full lockout, you're leaving gains on the table, believe me. So priority here after we warm up is gonna find a good weight where a 10 to 12 rep range is tough to push for, but we're able to get a good lockout. Let's go. I promise when you slow your reps down and you prioritize good form, good control, and a good lockout at the top, moderate weight is gonna feel so much heavier. I used to only care about just pushing as much weight as possible, like 300-400 pounds every time I hip thrusted. But as I've matured more in the gym, I'm understanding that I don't constantly have to push that amount of weight like you can, but if I just slow my reps down and focus more on pushing myself to a certain intensity, I don't have to just lift a million pounds to do that. All right, guys, up next, we're gonna do some deficit reverse lunges, and then we have RDLs after that. I'm choosing to do the reverse lunges first because I want my energy prioritization to go there. I wanna be able to go heavier on these reverse lunges, and then the RDLs will be more for hypertrophy work. You always can switch that if you want RDLs to be heavier, lunges to be more for more hypertrophy work, but today I'm choosing to do these first. We're gonna go nice and heavy. We're also adding an elevation so we can get a deficit. So with a deficit, we're able to add a deeper range of motion at the bottom, a bigger stretch on our glute and on our leg. This is gonna make a more moderate weight feel heavier, but if you are not able to honor a deficit and a deeper range of motion, don't even do it the deficit at first, just do normal ones, that's perfectly fine. Here, I wanna get deep and challenge myself. We have 3 sets. We're gonna go 2 sets of a heavy 8, and then the last set we'll go up in weight and we'll drop to a heavy 6. And I'm doing them on the Smith machine because I'll just have a really good control here and I'll be able to go really heavy. You don't have to do Smith machine. I honestly just learned to recently love Smith machine work because it can push some heavy weight, but free weight is great too. So totally up to you, but let's get into it. Set number 1, 8 reps each side. We're gonna make sure my knee passes this plate. So passes where my foot is standing so that I'm able to get that deficit and honor that deeper range of motion. Side note, my glutes are already pumped after that hip thrust. Play. Okay, done with our lunges. We're moving into our RDLs. I'm gonna do them dumbbell. You're welcome to do them barbell or dumbbell. I just wanna do dumbbell and knock them out. I also really like the range of motion I have on dumbbell RDL because I'll show you, but the dumbbells can be more to the side rather than right at the front. So I really feel like I can sink deeper into my glutes with a dumbbell, but a lot of times it's just personal preference. And then after that, we'll do some dumbbell sumo squats and we'll get into our finisher work. So here we're gonna go for 4 sets of an 8 to 10. I really like training in rep ranges, just like I did with the hip thrust, because it allows you to gauge your set more on intensity rather than just a rep number. For example, if I grab a weight and I hit 8 reps, but I really know I could do 9 or 10, but I stop at 8 because in my brain, I've decided I'm doing 8 reps. That's not really advantageous for me. But if in my brain, I know I'm going for 8 to 10, trying to just see what I can get. If I fall on 8, 9, or 10 of that good intensity, then I'm gauging my set more on intensity rather than just an exact set number. Hope that makes sense. 4 sets of an 8 to 10 rep range. So with our RDLs, we want to make sure we're only hinging as far back as our hips go. Once my hips stop moving back, that's my cue to stand back up, because if I keep trying to go deeper when my hips stop moving back, it comes from my low back, and that's where people really struggle a lot. So make sure as soon as your hips stop moving back, stand back up. All right, done with the RDLs. We're moving quickly into this accessory work and this finisher work. We have 3 sets of 12 of some sumo squats. With these sumo squats, we're gonna intend to spend as much time under tension in them. So we're gonna spend as little time at the top. We're gonna automatically hinge into our hips slightly. This is our beginning position. We're gonna go nice and slow as we lower down. We're gonna spend time at the bottom, and we're gonna take our time as we stand up. Try to spend 0 time at the top, get right into your next rep. This is going to keep as much tension as possible in the glutes. Wide stance, we're automatically hinged over when we start. Nice and slow. Spend some time there. Slow. 3 sets of 12, really focusing on time under tension. Let's knock them out. Okay, final movement here, guys. Programmed for Team Iconic is actually cable kickbacks, but I have an abduction machine and I far prefer that personally than like any type of cable kickback or abduction. I just feel it better, but again, that's usually just total personal preference. So for a finisher, we're looking to get some abduction, some glute isolation work, and high rep to really burn out. So here, one of my favorite things to do, I love to do a drop set. It's 15, 15, 15. It gets lighter every single time, and that's back to back. So one set is actually 45 reps, but it starts heavy, goes lighter, and then the lightest. And we'll just do it 2 times through. It smokes your glutes. So I have all my weights already set up, and I'll just slide and keep going. So 15 reps, back to back, 3 times for 2 sets. It's gonna suck, but we're trying to grow here. So let's do it. I also like to make sure that I sit back a little bit, otherwise I feel it too much in my hip flexor. So I have a little bit of a lean back position, and let's go. Oh, that's heavy. Drop the weight. 15 more. I told y'all it's gonna be 5 movements, efficient, simple, to the point. It's gonna hit every time, bro. All right, guys, that is it for our lower body session today. It was a good one. We were literally in and out in an hour. Like, even with filming here for YouTube, we were in and out in an hour. When you just lock in, you have a plan, and you bring high quality work to every single set, every single rep. You don't have to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym, you know? Especially as I get busier, like in my life, like, I can't afford to be in the gym for 2 hours, and it's just also not reasonable. It's not realistic. There's no reason you have to be. If you bring the energy, you bring the intensity, you can be in there for 45 minutes to an hour and get really, really good sessions in. But we're gonna cool down and stretch it out now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed getting to come along with me for my workout. If you would like more videos like this, if it was informative, helpful, educational, or if you'd like to see something different, please make sure you leave a comment below. I would really appreciate it. And I thank you for being here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified for future videos. And thanks for being here, guys.